Let's do this LeetCode problem. It's valid palindrome, and it's not a normal string. A phrase is a palindrome if, after converting all uppercase letters into lowercase letters and removing all non-alphanumeric characters, it reads the same forwards and backwards. Alphanumeric is as it sounds. They're alphabets and they're numbers, and we just want to only have these in our string. You can see that in like this example, we have white spaces, we have this colon right here. We don't want that. It's going to return true because once we get rid of all of that, it is a palindrome. These are our examples, these are constraints. The problem will be linked in the description. Please try it out yourself. If you want to try to solve it together or don't know what to do, let's make a skeleton outline of this. So I'm going to do this in a relatively fast way, but also an easy way to understand. So it's not going to have the best runtime, but it's going to be super easy to explain and understand. So the first thing that I want to do is remove all non-alphanumeric characters. I'm probably going to spell this wrong, but alphanumeric characters from the string. That's what we originally want to do. We want to remove all of them from inside of here. And then after we do that, we're going to go through the string and compare all fronts to back. And once we do that, we're able to see if it is a palindrome or not. So first, let's deal with removing all non-alphanumeric characters from our string. I'm going to make a new string to store this inside of here. It's easiest to use the string builder class. So let's do a s is equal to s dot to lowercase, and this is essentially going to have all of the elements or characters inside of here go to lowercase. From here, let's use the string builder class to make a new string. Do string builder, and we'll set this to, or we'll just call this string, and we'll set it equal to a new string builder, just like this. After this, we're going to have a for loop, which is going to add into this string. So let's do a for loop, simple int a is equal to 0. We run this as long as a is less than our s dot length, because we want to look through this entire string, and then we're going to have s plus plus. Now inside of this for loop, we are going to want to add to our string if and only if it is not a non-alphanumeric. So as long as it is alphanumeric. So we can say if our character dot, and this is from the character class, is letter or a digit, and this is a method from our character class, we are going to just pass in the current character we're looking at. So we're going to get this string s dot char at, and then we're going to pass in our current index. So it's going to examine every one of them inside of here. And if this is a letter or a digit, then we can just append this to our new string from the string builder. So we're going to do string dot append. We're going to pass in s dot char at, and then we're going to have at this index. So that is how we would get this and build our new string. From here, we can examine this front to back. Let's make another for loop. We're going to have int front, and we're going to set this equal to 0. We're also going to have back, and we'll set this equal to our new string length, and that should be good. Yeah, so front and back. But remember, we're dealing with indexes, which is why we start at 0 here. Length starts at 1, so we're going to have to do -1 from here. Understood. This looks pretty good. Now from here, we're going to do our check, and we just want to run this as long as our front is less than our back. That's all we need to look at. And then from here, we're going to have our front increment every single time, and our back should decrement every single time. And this is going to do so every single time together equally, so we can look at this one, and this one, and then this one, and this one, and so on and so forth. Now you could do this to where you have like a while loop, and you have the same condition, but you check every one of these values, and then if one of them is not alphanumeric, so if say something like this, you would skip that and not check this, go through the loop again, and then check this next one. You could do that as well, and I believe that would result in better runtime because you wouldn't have to do all of this right here. You'd basically be doing it all in one part, though this one part would be a little bit longer. Inside of here is where we have our check. We're going to say if, and you don't need these braces, we'll get rid of them just for simplicity because it's only one line of code inside of here. We're going to just compare the two. So if the string dot char at, and we're going to pass in our front, is not equal to the string dot char at, and then we're going to have the back, then we are just going to return false. And the reason why I want to return false is because if we go through this entire for loop and we never hit false, then we're always going to want to return true. So after this, we can return our true. And this is going to be kind of the end case if we never hit a false inside of here. So this is removing all of the non-alphanumerics. This is going through and comparing, and this is eventually going to return true. We have 4 milliseconds of runtime, not too bad. Memory is not too bad either. So if you have any questions on this code, please leave a comment below, but that will be our LeetCode valid palindrome.